right. The people in the back are like, I'm not convinced that is a girl. Working with what I got, what can I say? So my name is Zan. It's kind of a weird name, right? It's short for Alexandra. Yeah, thank you. You know what my full name? My full name is Alexandra Anastasia Aufderheide. Yeah, my whole name looks like a seeing eye chart. You know, in German, it literally translates into the great resurrected one on a field of purple flowers. Way to set your children up for failure. But luckily for me, I'm part Danish, and in Denmark, it translates into flat broke white chick struggling to make rent. Get a break there. Actually, I get my height from the Danish side of my family. Actually, I come from Danish aristocracy. My father was Thor, king of the Vikings. And my mother was Meidel, queen of complaining. I'm kidding. My mom, she's actually from Boston, and her whole family's from Boston. They're kind of fancy. And my dad and his whole family's from Indiana. Yeah. Thank you, Coasters. There's a few of us out there. You know what? My uncle on that side of the family, he is so country, he thought that Hee Haw was the first reality show. For real. My parents were big time into education, so I went ahead, I got my master's, I got my MFA in theater. Stands for Masters of Fine Arts. Thank you. You know what it translates to in the real world? McDonald's fryer attendant. Yeah. So after 3 years of grad school, I'm qualified to say, methinks that thou dost crave yon chocolate shake. To compliment your fries of noble grace, my liege will supersize your meal, make no mistake, for judging from your waist, you like to feed your face. So my parents had raised me Episcopalian. I hear that people call that Catholic light. I don't know why that is. I guess it's because our communion wafers taste great, but are less filling. When I was growing up, I didn't know what the wine was in communion, and my mom told me that it was Jesus juice. So growing up, I didn't know she was an alcoholic. I just thought Mom really loved Jesus. What else can I tell you? Well, I'm single, never been married, no kids. Yeah, and you know, it's tough for me because guys have a hard time accepting me for who I am. Like, this last date I went on, this guy, he looks at me and he actually says, "Hey, Zan, I'd like to see what you look like with long hair and a short skirt." I said, "Yeah? No, I would like to see what you look like in a Mercedes with a dozen roses." Until you hear a little band named Tattoo jumping up and down, yelling to plane, boss. Suggest you switch your fantasy. Whatever. I tell you, at my age, it's tough. Like, trying to find the energy to find Mr. Right, you know? I'm getting lazy. I'm gonna switch tactics and start looking for Mr. Not So Much. I think he's gonna be a heck of a lot easier to find. And then that way, when I go home from a date, I can feel like a winner too. I don't think I'm domestic enough to get married. I mean, look at me. I don't think I'm the marrying type. I mean, having kids and having to do all that cooking and stuff. I don't know. Sometimes I look at the kitchen and I get creative, though. And I think, man, that would make the perfect closet. It's weird, though, because my biological clock is freaking out. And every time it goes off, I just press the biological snooze. I'm just not ready to give up my rights and walk freely into pregnant girl prison, where you know you're going to get 9 months to life. Eligible for parole after 18 years. No way, my eggs aren't having it. My eggs are hiding out in my ovaries like they're an old abandoned factory. probably in there scribbling their little list of demands, you know. It's probably gonna be stuff I can never give them. Like, I wanna go to private schools. I wanna drive a brand new car. I want a mommy who looks like a girl. There's only so much I can do. Whatever. The reason why I'm single is because I caught my fiance cheating on me. I know. Bummer, right? All my friends are like, oh, Zan, you're so lucky. They see that as lucky. They're like, well, at least she didn't marry him. That's lucky. No, it's not. No. You know what lucky would be? Like if I could eat to my heart's content and gain weight only in one area. That would be lucky. People would say, Zan, did you get a boob job? And I would say, no, I just had lunch.